As a young man, the transition from boyhood to manhood can be a difficult and confusing journey. In today's world, it is even harder if you didn't grow up with a strong father figure. Society's definition of what it means to be a man is misleading, and it will make you weak, especially with the current political agenda. If you want to be truly respected, you need to understand the importance of becoming a man. There are 5 key elements that will turn you into a protecting and providing man. Once you start to work on yourself with the goal of becoming a man, women will be magnetically drawn to you. Men will see the value behind your character and give you genuine respect and trust. Understanding masculinity. As a young man, you may have asked yourself the question, am I truly a man? It can be difficult to navigate the transition from boyhood to manhood, especially in today's society where the definition of masculinity is constantly changing. Therefore, it is even more important to understand what it means to be a man in order to become a strong and respected member of society. Transitioning from boyhood to manhood is a process that takes time and effort. Let's begin with the first lesson. If self-improvement resonates with you, make sure to subscribe and like the video. Your support helps the creation of more content like this. Know how to suffer. As a man, you must know how to suffer in silence. Every man experiences different forms of pain, mentally, physically, and often the pain of other people that depend on you. The reality is that a man doesn't have someone else to fall back on. There is no crying and expecting people to care or feel sorry for you. If you are a man, that luxury is reserved for women and children only. The modern world will tell men it's good to cry, but the opposite is true. Other men lose respect for a man that breaks down crying, and women will lose attraction for him. I'm not saying you can never cry. We are all human, and there are moments where it is okay to do so. But if the pressure becomes overwhelming, crying won't solve anything. You won't get any mercy or pity. It will only signal to other people that you are not capable of handling your problems. Instead, as a man, you must learn how to suffer and how to endure. You must know how to deal with insane pressure. A boy can be selfish and drop all responsibilities when the pressure becomes too much. A man still has to remain resilient and face difficulties head-on instead of falling into despair or using unhealthy coping strategies. If there comes a moment where you do cry, make sure it is in private or in the company of close brothers who you can trust. You might think this is toxic, but it is the reality of life as a man, and it's a good thing. Diamonds are forged under intense pressure. It is that pressure and suffering that creates strong men that others can count on. Do what others fail to do, and you will achieve greatness. Life is a game, and you are here to win. In order to win, you must sweat tears and blood. If you procrastinate and whine about the difficulties of life, you will end like the rest of this society. Work hard to become a winner, not a loser. Capability of violence. As a man, it is important to have the capability to be dangerous. This is not only for your own protection, but also for the protection of your loved ones. If you are not capable of violence, you are not peaceful, but rather harmless, meaning that people can do whatever they want to you and everyone you care about. It is important to understand that every guy knows they lack something if they can't fight. It is something we intrinsically feel inside because it takes a lot of hard work and effort to become dangerous. Many guys pretend they are too ethical to be dangerous, but this is just a coward disguised behind morality. The coward is more pro-violence than the warrior because the coward will never attempt to stop violence if it comes their way. Remember, a warrior prays for peace but prepares for war. It is crucial to have the capability to be dangerous in order to protect yourself and your loved ones. You will painfully regret the moment when somebody you love gets mistreated in your presence and you can do nothing about it. Learn to fight not to cause harm, but to protect what is important to you. Take risks. As a man, taking risks is essential to creating the life you want. Life is all about taking risks and understanding where your boundaries lie. Once you start and begin achieving some success, the following changes cause a ripple effect that shift how boys relate to themselves. They start to see that it is within their own personal power to create the life they want, which is powerful. Stop living someone else's life and stop thinking you need to do something for the sake of doing it. Find your creative potential that lives within you and take the risks needed to go out and create it, even if it is hard. Remember, no one ever gained anything just by sitting still and not doing anything. In order to take risks, you must also know how to deal with insane pressure. A boy can be selfish and drop all responsibilities when the pressure becomes too much, but a man still has to remain resilient and face difficulties head-on instead of falling into despair or using unhealthy coping strategies. Stop beating yourself up over a loss. Every loss makes you stronger as you learn from your mistakes. Continue to walk on your path until it works. Everything takes time and effort. Invest all of your energy to create the life that you desire. Ownership. As a man, it is important to take ownership of everything in your world. No matter what happens in your life, there is always ownership you can take. Taking complete ownership comes with a weight that most aren't willing to carry, but it is necessary to become a man. Blaming others for failures is a common mistake that prevents growth and learning. To take ownership, you must stop blaming people and circumstances. Understand what is in your control and be accountable for everything within your control. Don't talk about problems without a focus on solutions. When you understand and apply this, you stop making excuses and control your own path in life. Look at Hercules. He faces challenges and setbacks in his job. His boss shouts at him. Instead of blaming external factors, he takes ownership of his work. He acknowledges his mistakes, seeks feedback, and takes steps to enhance his skills. He doesn't complain about his circumstances. Instead, he actively looks for opportunities to contribute positively to his workplace. Living an inauthentic life spent blaming people and circumstances for your dissatisfaction is the biggest waste of time and life that exists. Remember, time is our most valuable asset, and none of us know how much time we have. So, take ownership of your life and make the most of it. Importance of testosterone. As a young man, you may wonder what it takes to become a true man. It's important to understand that low testosterone levels can lead to a lack of masculinity, weakness, and even health problems. Our ancestors had much more testosterone than the current generation, which contributed to their strength and resilience. To promote healthy testosterone levels, incorporate regular exercise, focusing on strength training and high-intensity interval training. Ensure quality sleep each night. A minimum of 7 hours per night will give you tremendous benefits in your overall well-being. Maintain a balanced diet rich in healthy fats, protein, and essential nutrients. A diet that contains animal products will increase testosterone much better than a vegan or vegetarian diet. Manage stress through activities like meditation. Limit dopamine blasting. Activities like porn, social media, and drugs. Becoming a man is not an easy task, especially in the modern world, where there are countless distractions and misguided advice. However, by following these principles, you can turn yourself from a boy into a man. Know how to suffer in silence and endure the pain that life throws at you. Have the capability to be dangerous in order to protect yourself and your loved ones. Take risks is in order to create the life you want. Stop living someone else's life and take the necessary risks to achieve your own goals. Take ownership of your life and accept the responsibility for your actions. Stop making excuses. Finally, increase your testosterone to become the best version of yourself. I hope the video resonated with you. If it did, make sure to leave some feedback. Thanks for watching, and never forget, keep improving every day. Watch this video to learn how to transform your life with a stoic morning routine. Or you can watch the other video to learn why you should never chase a woman.